How's it going, guys? It's Going Off Grid. And today we're going to try testing this this inline filter. This is supposed to help with any noise you get. Say you got a noisy inverter and you're running some sensitive radio equipment and stuff. It's supposed to clear it up for you. So there's mixed reviews on it. So we're going to see. We got an oscilloscope here. And we got this large 7.5 amp impact that's plugged in. As you can see, it's plugged into this inverter. This is only about a 1200 watt inverter. These are just chargers charging the battery up. We're sitting at 24.8 volts. We're fairly low on the battery, but anyways, let's start this. This is either going to run or it's going to blow up the little tackle icon. And we're going to look at the sine wave here. Loud noise alert, guys. Now, did you see all those little spikes, little lines going up and down? That's spikes from the brushes. Every time the brush passes one of its contactors, there's a little spike in between. And that's sending harmful spikes into your inverter. And that's eventually what kills them. It doesn't always kill them, but I mean, inverters have a shelf life, but that's normally what kills an inverter. And then, so what this was just doing, a welder does that on a much larger scale. I might do that with one of my larger inverters and show you. But the spikes are much larger with a welder. Now, we're going to try the same thing with this and see if this will help keep those spikes down. Like, it's called a filter, so who knows? Maybe it'll actually do something. Okay, what we have now is the line filter is plugged in. The oscilloscope is hooked up to the plug on the line filter right here. Put that where we can see it a little better. And we're going to do the exact same test. And then this is just hooked up to the line filter. It's just all draped around. You can see it right there. There. Let's see, does this help at all? I haven't looked at this yet myself, so we'll find out. Here we go. Wow, that is working way better than I thought. So, I don't know what it looks like on this side of the filter, but on the inverter side, it is not getting those large spikes. That's pretty cool, guys. This actually might be something you want to use. Now, I'm pretty sure that this has a standby draw. So, let me just take a quick check, and I'll put that screenshot in. Okay, so I just took the chargers off, and I checked it through the BMS in here. Without it plugged in, it's bounced between 7 and 9 watts. With it plugged in, it's bounced between 7 and 9 watts. So it's so small that the BMS can't even register it. So that's awesome. That works really well. I'm actually going to put this into a box, and this is going to be part of my power tools. Like when I use power tools on smaller inverters like this, I'm definitely going to be running that in between. That is actually kind of incredible how well that works. Let's try that again. Make sure it's not a fluke. I ran it in reverse this time versus the other way. Now, let's go again. Let's just make sure this is all not a fluke. I'll just do this all on camera here for you guys so you can see everything. Plug it into here. I did have it plugged into here last time, so let's see. Maybe that had something to do with it. And yes, cheap inverters, their plugs like to fall off. We want, oh yeah, this is what we want now. Let's see, here we go like this. Not the best way to hook up an oscilloscope, but it works. There. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Oh, I think this thing got hit on the remote there. Okay, so here we're sitting again. No filter. Filter's unplugged. Try the same thing. I'll go forward and reverse. Okay, we had all kinds of spikes again. Now we'll go, actually, yeah, reverse now. Wow. Now, other than the fact that I'm impressed with how much this is running, like that doesn't even soft start, it just full starts. but I am impressed. This was $20 on Amazon, $25. I'll put a link to it. I don't have affiliate links. For some reason, I made an affiliate account, but I didn't sell anything fast enough, and now they won't let me make an account anymore. So no affiliates. I make no money off of this stuff, just what you guys watch. So I'm not biased at all. I bought all this stuff myself. I'm impressed with this inverter. Really impressed with this filter right now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe that could be the difference between you blowing up your inverter and not blowing up your inverter. But maybe we'll try the welder on this next. I don't know if this will take a welder. It's only 1200 watts, but we could try it. I think it might blow it up immediately though. Okay, there's a very high chance that this inverter is going pop. We got the welder hooked up. We got it hooked up straight to the inverter, no filter. I'm going to be putting the camera on the oscilloscope, and I'm not even going to look at my welds. I'm just going to hit the weld button. Oh boy, this might get some sparks on here. Okay, here we go, people. Holy smokes, it's welding. How is that welding? Let's do that again. This is a 1200 watt inverter. Alright, so that is without the filter. Now let's plug the filter in before we completely blow this thing up. Ooh, this mask is not working. Guess it gotta be in the sun. No, this mask does not want to work. Hey, it's working. Ooh, that is not impressive looking. Let's try that again. Flip this sucker over to where there's less rust. Definitely not penetrating very well. But I mean, if you needed to tack something together, it would tack it. Definitely tack something. Alright. Whew. Oh, the mask started working after a bit. Alright, so there it is on one side. A bunch of globby mess. I could not get the puddle to stay going. This piece of metal is just way too thick. Needs to be run at a much hotter setting. Let's get a brush and brush. Okay, there's the weld on the one side. Now, is it good? No. Would it get you somewhere? Sure. I guess. That's hilarious. I can't believe this little thing even did that. It's actually, it's not really warm, just lukewarm. Anyways, that's the test. I believe this thing did better, even with the welder, but obviously I couldn't look at both at the same time. You guys can be the judge. I don't really want to do a prolonged run without the filter. I feel like this thing will probably let out smoke, and I actually kind of like it, to be honest. It's been, I've run many kilowatt hours through this with electric heaters, and I know electric heaters is the easiest thing on it. But I'm running it close to its max at about 1000 watts. It only does about 1200. And it's the only 24 volt small sized inverter I have that I can use with this battery, which I'm going to be using this to run an air conditioner in a small cabin all summer long. So I'll let you know how it holds up. And obviously I'm going to be running it through a filter because that definitely helped. Let's see if we can find one more thing. All right, for our final test, we got this smaller rigid 5 amp or 5 peak horsepower. Huh? Where's the amp draw on this baby? That looks like it might be it. 9 amps. Okay. This is without the filter. Here we go. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. Wow, it actually doesn't even have... The brushes must be much better on this because it doesn't have anything bad. I'm not even going to run it through the filter. It's not going to do anything. Or at least not much. Interesting. I heard some funny noises though coming from this when the first time it started. It did not like it. Okay, let's try this compressor. Because, well, the vacuum was no fun. We're just saying what is what on the compressor. Doesn't really say anything. Oh well, we'll just have to go with it. Here we go. We got her hooked up. And off to the races. Wow, it's actually fairly clean as well. We're going to still put this through the filter though. Alright, we got the filter hooked up. Let's see if it looks any better. You guys will have to be the judge. Here we go. I don't know. I think it actually looked a bit better with the filter. I'm going to have to look back at both clips. But that looks like this is definitely a success and should be used in front of especially high frequency inverters for power tools and whatnot. It definitely will make it easier on your inverter. Especially cheaper inverters, like some of the higher end inverters will have that built into the inverter essentially. Even this one does. But the filter in this one is so small in comparison. Like, I don't know, this doesn't really give you any specs. Maybe you can look them up. I don't know what the specs are on this filter versus what's in here, but obviously it's working. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button, helps a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.